Guys, Ava Landon here. Today we're actually going to be working on our binding pieces. So what I've gotten here, you'll notice that this sheet actually came from, oh, I guess it's not even a real sheet. This piece of fabric came from the excess of my backing that we all cut off. So I'm actually going to use this. You should have two pieces, one from the top, one from the bottom. Depending on how large your fabric is, you might be able to get 4 2.5 inch 2.5 inch cuts to do our binding with. So I went ahead and used the top half, I believe it's top half, and cut up. And so it gave me these 4. For the quilt, I think in the instructions it has that you'll need 6 of these. I went ahead and remeasured, and 5 should be plenty. So I would only cut up 5, and you'll need, so the 1/2, which will give you these 4, and then 1 from the other piece of fabric that you have. So the way that we're going to do this is I'm going to take my 2.5 inch ruler. I've gone ahead and lined up the edges. So you see it's all lined up and it's folded. This is folded by the width of fabric. So in fact, I'll just go ahead and unravel this and show you. This should be a full 40, I think it's 40, 44, or 45 inch piece of fabric. And so pretty much you'll use one of these on every side, and then we use the 5th one to kind of add the extra fabric that we'll need for the corners. So again, to rotary cut this, you're going to even it up on one side. You're then going to trim this side, and this has got all the uneven pieces, so I'm going to have to trim it somewhat far back. Remember to square everything up. I'm going to go ahead and cut. And I think my blade's getting a little dull, so let's try that one more time. There we go. And then just double check to make sure that everything's even on this side. So what you're going to do is then rotate it. If you're a right-handed cutter, if not, if you're left, that's fine. You just do everything the opposite way. And we're going to line this up again. And then cut. Alright, so this is just going to go back into our stash. We won't need it at all for the rest of the quilt. I'm just going to fold that neatly and put it to the side. And so now we have these 5 pieces. What we're going to do from here is we're going to lay one of these out. I'm going to take one end. Let me move that a little further off. I'll move this up so it's a little easier to see. And we're going to take this one and unravel it. If you're using a printed fabric, you just want to make sure that the right sides are facing. So then you're going to place one on top of the other as such. And what we're going to do is we're going to then, see, so you can, just going to overlap like that. And then what we're going to do is take a pen. We're going to pin right there, really just to stabilize it, to keep the fabric from moving. Grab another pen. And then what we're going to do is sew a diagonal line from this corner to that corner. And grab my ruler. And so if you want, you can actually take a pencil or a fabric pen and mark across that line right there. I'm going to lift this up a little. And you're going to sew just directly across from it. And then from there you're going to trim this this piece right here to 1/4 of an inch. Or 1/4 of an inch from the seam that you've just sewn. And then that's it. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through and sew all of the bindings together like that. So grab another one. This one you're going to lay flat. I'm going to pull that. Again, if you're using printed fabric, right sides together. I'm going to make a little square right there. I'm going to pin. One pin there. And really just want to pin so that it holds the fabric together and it's out of the way of the diagonal. So you're gonna sew that diagonal. And pin again. And you sew and then cut And that's it. And you're just going to keep going all the way around. You're not going to sew it into a loop. So you should have 2 ends loose. And then that's pretty much it.